Hello YouTube, I'm Coral and this is Flosstube number 1. I want to show you more about what I've done for StitchMaynia. My first video on my YouTube channel was a collage of pictures I took during the month, but I thought that maybe it was interesting to show you actually what I've done, because there's a lot of things I've changed or designed or things like that, so it's more lively, I think, to show you what my creations were for StitchMaynia. So let me first introduce myself. I'm French, so from start, excuse my English sometimes. I speak sometimes very quickly and I confuse the words so that explains a lot of my bad English sometimes. And I live in Prague for almost 2 years now. Very beautiful city, by the way, so I hope I will have the chance to make you see some Prague aspects sometimes. And I do cross stitch since the age of 12, and I used to cross stitch a lot when I was younger. Then I stopped doing my doing my studies in universities, so I went back to cross stitch some years ago, but there were a lot of time where I didn't cross stitch, and it's so good to get back. Actually, I missed it a lot. During that time I had the opportunity to learn different techniques and different crafts while I wasn't cross stitching. So I learned a lot about drawing, painting, and clay, working with clay, sculpting and things like that. So now I try to mix a lot of those techniques together, and I create dolls and miniatures and doll houses. So today, for this first Flosstube, I want to show you what I've done for StitchMaynia. If you don't know, StitchMaynia is a group on Facebook, and they have this great idea to make the month of May a stitching month, where you are invited to stitch as many projects as you want. It's really free, so you can do all the projects that you want. Some people try to have to start one project per day, and they will continue the rest of the year. I chose to work on 4 projects this month, and my goal was to start the 4 projects and to finish them by the end of the month. So I rotated all the projects during the week. On Monday I was cross stitching the bus, double-decker bus that I will show you. On Friday I was cross stitching Hollywood. Why I want to say Hollywood for Halloween, I don't know. On Friday I wanted to stitch for Halloween, not for Hollywood. First project I had for StitchMaynia was this little baby. This is from the Primitive Hair, and it's Spell Store. I dye this fabric with coffee and cinnamon. So it was really nice because when I was stitching, it smelled so good, the mix of coffee and cinnamon. So it reminds me a little bit of autumn, which is my favorite season, and I love Halloween things. Hollywood things. Halloween, Hollywood? No. I changed a lot of colors also. In the design, it was not so colorful, I must say. So I changed something. So for example, I changed all the reds here. I put a red color on the design. I think it's gray or black. I'm not sure, or maybe brown. I wanted something red, it reminds me the color of my kitchen. So I thought it was a good color. Also I changed the green. I changed for a more pop-up green. I want to show you the double decker bus I did also for StitchMaynia. The design came from a Cross-Stitch magazine that I bought during my trip in England last year. So it's from the October 2017 issue. I use the double decker, but in the magazine you have animals in each windows. It is for my child, so I wanted him to have a souvenir of our trip. So instead of the animals, I put some pictures of the cities and the villages that we visited. I'm really happy with the result. I must say that it was the first time I did something like that. I had pictures into a cross stitch, so I was a little bit afraid of how it will turn out, but I think it turned out really great. My son really love it. Third project I have for StitchMaynia is that little carpet. It's the story of that carpet is linked to a dollhouse I am making for a couple months now, and that project will take me more months to accomplish. This is a dollhouse in paper mache that I'm working on, and with the different techniques and clay and everything. It's a mixed media project really. And since it's a mixed media project, I wanted to include cross stitch. The design is based on Véronique Enganger, and it's a French designer, French cross stitch designer. I pick one of her design, and I change a lot of things in the design, but the basic design is from her. This little one is called Emma, and she is the magical baker. She is the one that will live in the paper mache dollhouse I'm doing. Here she is, so you can see her little face. She has nice earrings and a little also piece of jewelry, and she the outfit to work in the bakery. She's ready. So now from the back she has long blonde hair, and she had this little scarf here which says confiture, which is the French name for jam or marmalade in English. So this is my little Emma. Here it is, my 4 project for StitchMaynia 2017. So I hope to see you soon for another video about cross stitch, or maybe something else. You never know. Have a great day and hope to see you soon. Bye bye. The dollhouse has a theme, and the theme the theme is the theme of the subject. Okay, let's say that. Okay, just say the subject of the dollhouse is much better.